It'll be ideal if we could find at least that before we got to town. Oh, I know who we could ask. There should be a farmhouse nearby. Wanna start by asking there? Don't see why we shouldn't. Those armored cars, they even got a few soldats on watch too. Man, I can't believe they got those things stationed at checkpoints. Looks like Trista's really being heavily guarded. Luyne, is that you? Becky? You know her? Yeah, we're in the same year at Thor's. How'd you wind up here, Becky? That's right. Wait, is that you, Johnson? Someone you know? Yeah, we first met during our field study here back in April. Looks like you've kicked the drinking habit. Is it safe to assume that you got your job back? Welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2. We're here in Celtic now, trying to figure some things out. Honey fact time. What? Okay. Step right up, we've got big sales on the finest jewelry straight from Boreahard itself. Did you hear about the plans to cut taxes massively in the Noble Alliance wins this war? If that's true, then they have my full support, of course. Now, I might want to avoid these guys, at least for right now. Let's go into the house and then we'll go and help out Rosetta over there. Are you... Oh, if it isn't Toval. Wait, you're one of the people from Class 7, aren't you? What a surprise. Hey there, Luis. You're looking as chipper as always. I was kind of worried about this place, but everything seems to be fine. Things were crazy when the war first broke out, actually. The train stopped all of a sudden and people couldn't get home. So we had to pack them all in here so they have somewhere to sleep. We even had people sleeping out in the hallways. But yeah, the situation has definitely improved since then. Though I guess that doesn't change the fact that we're super busy right now. Seems like the provincial armies are requisitioning goods from pretty much everyone. They even make us farmers hand over a portion of our harvest. They don't give a hoot about the time we spent growing them either. I was trying to talk to the guys there. Wait a minute, aren't you one of Sarah's students? What are you doing here? With Toval, no less. Hello, ma'am. I see things haven't changed much here. Hey, Margaret, you looking great. Or well, same thing. The last time we saw each other was when I came for that request, yeah? Been a while. Toval aside, shouldn't you be hiding, young man? The provincial army was searching for you not that long ago. No one seems to suspect us. No one seems to what is wrong? No one seems to suspect us yet, so we should be fine for now. I doubt they'll notice us as long as we don't do anything too crazy. Well, if you say so. It's a relief to know that you're okay. Are you going to be staying here? We're actually not sure if that's what we'll be doing. Whatever. My brain isn't working. I need a drink. God, help me. More important than we're staying, there is something we'd like to ask you. Reen explained why he and Toval came to Celtic. So you're searching for your classmates. Based on what we know, they're somewhere around here. You wouldn't have to have any leads at all, would you? Sorry, can't say that I do. We barely got anyone new coming in as thanks to all the train restrictions. And I would only be able to recognize the students who came with you last time. That's true. Well, just knowing they aren't staying here is a big help. By the way, we heard that things are pretty tense here, but seems to be relatively peaceful from what I can tell. Well, there hasn't been any direct effect on the town itself. Rumor has it that there's been fighting going on near the eastern border, though. Over by Garalia Fortress? Yes, seems like the Imperial Army's holding their line of defense over there. A solid one at that, too. They say the Provincial Army is struggling to break through it. The Twin Dragons Bridge is over that way, too, actually. They must be fighting with the troops there. Yes, well, that's why a lot of us are worried. If they're fighting that close by, then who knows when Celtic will get caught up in it. That is an unfortunate possibility. The market manager's been doing what he can to prevent the worst, but the Provincial Army doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their willingness to keep us safe, you know? If only this war would just be over and done with. I feel ya. Thanks for the info, Margaret. Margaret. You be sure to watch your back, alright? Same to you too. Be careful out there. Right then, however mere it is, let me remind you, I am taking a fairly large hit from this. You're sure you'll be able to get 200 Mira, right? You bet. I ain't a man who goes back on his word. Let's go help out Rosetta. Alright, leave her be. This drunken fool. Oh. Come on, we just want your company for a while. There's no need to resist, you pretty thing, we don't bite. My apologies, but I'm in the middle of doing some work for the church, and I happen to be underage too, so... Come on now, no need to be so quick to say no. Just come to the guardhouse, pour us a few drinks, and you'll be fine. If you really don't want to come with us, though, we do have other options to us. You'd be surprised how easy it is to bring a girl like you in. We don't even need a good reason to arrest you. But are these guys for real? There has to be a way to stop them. Hold up, let me handle this one. Goodness me, you wouldn't have to be the soldiers in the Provincial Army, would you? Huh? Oh, lucky me. Couldn't have asked for better timing. You see, I was kind of hoping for a teeny tiny favor from you guys. Why did I do that noise? Probably because a cop was coming. Who the hell are you? Beat it. Hey, we're all friends here, right? Here, let's roll out some introductions. Call me Phil. I'm just your average friendly contractor looking for some good business partners, so to speak. After hearing your valiant accomplishments during this war, I knew I just had to work with you directly. That's why I was kind of hoping you put in a good word for me with the head honchos over at the guardhouse. Excuse me? Why would we ever do that for a lonely merchant? You sure you should be making that assumption? You could be missing out. I hate to brag, but my reputation's pretty up there. Who knows, you might even get your name out there for introducing me. Come on, don't let a guy down. Actually, here, maybe this will help convince you. Well, now wait just a second. It's fine, it's fine. Think of it as a little gift if you want. So what do you say, fellas? Good grief. Well, we've got no reason to turn his gift down. The hell was it? We'll pass your name on, but I wouldn't hold my breath. That's what I like to hear. Wow. Ta-da! Color me impressed. Tell me though, where'd Phil come from? It's just one of the names I used to go by. But hey, I managed to sort that out nice and discreetly, right? Racers like you have definitely earned their name. Thanks for the help, Toval. I thought I was going to have to resort to force, but I'm glad you were able to resolve things without even having to reach for your weapon. No problem. Anyway, are you alright, sister? Yeah, it was Rosetta. I knew it. Yes, thank you very much for your help. Reen, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Rosetta. It's Rosine, though. Oh. Kind of feel like a douche and an idiot. Anyway, Rosine? Oh, another acquaintance of yours? Yeah, she's in her first year like me. I'm glad to see you're safe and sound, Rosine. Likewise. Would you mind accompanying me to the church? Staying here for too long may draw unwanted attention. Sounds good to me. After you. After they walked to the church, Reen took the time to explain how and why they were in Celtic. So you're searching for the rest of Class 7. I can tell that you've been through some rather trying times. Well, I'm not the only one. I can close this door all the way. Sounds like you had it rough too. You and Becky escaped together, didn't you? I hear Hugo's the one who told you how, too. That's correct, though we did end up splitting from him along the way. I've been taking shelter here ever since, all while praying as much as possible for everyone else's safety. Any chance you've heard anything about the other students, or maybe even the academy itself? We're trying to figure out as much as we can. Unfortunately, I don't know anything. That's a shame, but the important thing is that you're safe. Actually, on that note, is the Provincial Army always that bad? Kinda messed up that they're getting flat out hammered in the middle of the day. It's a relatively common occurrence, yes. They'll often get drunk and start breaking things or take goods from people's stalls without paying. It's not as tough as the merchants can... It's not as though the merchants can do anything to stop it either. Yeah. Sounds like the soldiers who aren't on the front lines have a lot of free time on their hands. Celtic hasn't been swept up in any battles so far, so yeah. Well, be sure to take extra care from here on out, Rosine. And make sure to give the soldiers a wide berth. Thank you for your concern. I'll be praying for you to be reunited with the rest of Class 7 soon. Thanks. That makes 2 of us. I think we've asked almost all the townsfolk at this point. And yet, here we are with Zip for clues. You sure they're really here? I kind of find it hard to believe your friends have gotten by without a single person noticing them. Valmar detected them, so they have to be somewhere in the area. If they're not here in town, then they're either on the highway or somewhere else in the general region, right? I hope they're holding up okay. Hey there, you two seem like you got time to kill. How about picking up a copy of the Imperial Chronicle? The latest volume's got a buttload of handy information. And it comes at a low price of 100 mira. Not bad, huh? We've got a pushy one here, don't we? Sorry, kid, but we're kind of busy at the moment. Whatever, just take one already. You're gonna regret it if you don't. I mean it, it's gonna be nothing but regret. Well, I guess it can't hurt. Thanks. Sheesh, he really wanted that sale. Don't think I've ever seen someone that desperate to sell a newspaper before. He did have a point, though. Reading the newspaper's a great way to get a better idea of what's going on. True enough. Let's give it a read. This kid might be smarter than we think. Oh, Jesus, you know I'm not reading the books. I said I'd read all the people. Even shops. I'm not gonna read all the books. I'm just speed reading here. You pause if you want to read it. even Machias' dad has been arrested. So all of a sudden the Imperial Army or all the high-ranking reformers are traitors, huh? The Imperial Chronicle's not even trying to be impartial these days. It's safe to assume the Alliance has complete control over it. Most likely. It looks like the Alliance is so sure of their victory, they're getting things ready for when the war's over. That's how to do if you want things to go your way. They're a cunning bunch. There's something stuck on the last page. Huh? You're right. A piece of paper? Is this a map? It looks that way. It's of the Eastern Highway. But what's all the random numbers and symbols on it? There's more stuff written on the back, too. The one who takes the queen holds the key to the king. Is this some sort of code? It's gotta be. Please tell me this isn't from who I think it is. It does resemble Phantom Thief's B unusual weirdness. Except nothing's been stolen this time, so I doubt it's him. Actually, the symbols and the layout of the map reminds me of chess. What do you think, Toval? Chess? Maybe it does look like a chessboard. Maybe Machias is around. But wait, that must mean... Let's assume that these colored letters each represent a different chess piece. In which case, the white Q must represent the queen. Then there's the black P in B, representing the bishop in the pawn. Don't look at me, I don't know anything about the games you people play. All you need to know is he's onto something. Assuming your theory is right, then solving the message written on the other side wouldn't be too hard. Yeah, hopefully. You wanna head to the highway? It's the best lead we got. Well, which highway we headed to? Hey kid. Sorry dude, but I'm not open to questions. Make sure you keep an eye out though. Plenty of soldiers. Well, I already have that, so... we need to go to east, I'm sure. That was the place we had to go.
Okay, let's get looking.
I've got the map handy if we need to look up anything.
I'll be focusing on the chest right quick.
Oh, chest. I wonder what's inside.
This ain't gonna be an easy one. So, the game isn't gonna... Oh, no, the game is pretty much going to tell me. It was right there. There's a chest over here. Oh god, the dogs are quick. Might not be able to get this one without a fight. Hey, wait, there was never a door here before. It's locked. We should focus on figuring out that map for now. There should be a chest here. Oh yeah, this is where the cows were. Why do you keep doing that? Need to growl at me, man. Chickens, people, everything else. It's December. Why do we have to be out working? You'd think we'd at least take a break during the winter. I can't let Turium see me swagging off, though. Guess I'll stick with him. Huh? It's not often we see travelers around here. There's nothing really special here, but feel free to make yourselves at home. Actually, hold on. Since you came all the way out here, how about I give you this? Are you sure we can have this? Sure, I've already read it. I should probably mention that it's a sequel to another book that came out a while back, actually. It deals with some risky themes, to say the least, so there was actually a ban on selling it for a while. If you got a copy, does that mean it's no longer banned? Uh-huh. It was lifted not that long ago. I just wish the government would focus more on stupid restrictions like that than making it harder to sell our crops. But hey, it's a pretty interesting read if you're willing to give it a shot. I just might, thanks. Pretty sure that, like, all the books we've gotten so far are not just, you know, yeah, they're just full-on books to read. We're situated near a patrol route, so the soldiers tend to come here often. My family's living in a constant state of fear thanks to that. While I wouldn't go as far to ask them to stay away from us, I would appreciate it if they could be less threatening. Phew, I thought you were soldiers for a minute. I don't like them. They're really scary. We have to thank Adios for how bountiful this year's harvest was. Looks like we won't need to worry about our financial stability for a while yet. Not time to get started on the winter batch, too, so it's back to work for me. Excuse me, gonna run on by.
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Well, it might be nice to fish, I guess. Which part? You say perfect for fishing, but...
Oh, I could probably fish here.
I think we could fish here, I should probably save. Might as well as fish all I can. Because I doubt, even if we do get Trista back and everything, part of me doubts every fish is gonna be there like last time. Hey, it's a crab. Gotcha.
Not bad.
Fine now. Save it up. Nothing's wrong with a little quick fishing. Fish. It just seems to be a crab, isn't it? Yeah, it's just crabs. We'll be reloading the save then. You never know if something new just pops up later. And the game can be
This
like,
spot
no,
looks
you can't do
perfect for
it.
fishing.
Now this chest here. Here we go. I can't believe it. That mess has actually pointed us to a key. I figured this was the spot. First off, the one who takes the queen referred to the bishop in position to take the queen. And the location of the bishop's symbol on the map corresponds to right here. Nice to see we're on the right track. Only question now is, where's the log for this key? The note says it's the key to the king, but it doesn't mention where the king is. Hold on, there's another note in the chest. The king lurks within his fortress. Take him and your path shall be clear. More chest shenanigans, huh? It's not much different from the riddle we just solved. Yep, don't see why it wouldn't be. Why it would be. Our goal this time is to take the king. All we have to do is figure out which piece on the map can accomplish that. And once we do, it's checkmate for our mysterious friend. Time to get our heads in the game. Well, whatever. I'm sure that's to the, windmill, yeah. Can I go here yet? No. Alright, let's get a move on. Trying to find, you know what? I have a feeling that if anyone has anything to do with chess, it's Machias. I swear if Machias is in this freaking tower, I'll laugh. Safe to say that this is where that message was pointing to. Yeah, this has to be it. Let's try out the key we just found. Bingo. That was easy. I'm betting the one responsible for the riddles is inside. There's someone inside at any rate. I have my suspicions on who it is too. Ready to go in now? Machias, I swear if you're in here. Might be fan defeat B.
There you are.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this.
I knew it.
It is! I freaking knew it would be Machias!
Machias!
Good to see him.
I knew you'd be able to solve my riddle. If anyone could, it's you. You look well, Reen. Whoa, Reen! Take it easy there.
I'm just so glad you're all right. When we parted that day, I honestly thought I would never get to see you again.
Come on, Reen. You haven't changed a bit.
Makes me a little, misty here.
None of us had any intention of losing our lives in that battle. You knew that was true too, right? That's why you're here now, trying to find us.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Honestly, I wasn't sure if you were trying to hug me or mow me down at first, but I couldn't be more happy to see you again. Thanks for never giving up on us.
I think the tearful reunion's gone on long enough now.
Celine? Still a talking cat, I see. And I think I remember you. You're a bracer, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that's right. They've been helping me out for quite a while now.
Good memory. We never really talked much when we met on the Courageous, did we? Name's Toval. Toval Rondenor. Mind filling us in on what you've been up to all this time? We'll tell you about what's been happening on our end, too.
Well, you of course know everything up until you flew off aboard Valimar last month. No sooner had you left did we receive some very unexpected help. From none other than the Courageous. The Courageous, huh? Was Viscount RZ on board? Yeah. We were dead set on fighting the Azure Knight no matter what the consequences. If doing so meant our deaths, I think we were ready to accept that. But before we could even make the choice, we suddenly heard a booming voice from above. It shouted, "Now is not your time to fall with honor in battle, not when you have dreams left to fulfill. Flee and live to fight another day." It was the voice of none other than Viscount RZ. That does sound like him. Yeah, that does. We did hesitate at first, but then we resolved to take his advice and escape. Thanks to the Courageous drawing his attention, we were able to avoid being pursued by the Azure Knight. In splitting into 3 groups, we fled from Trista as fast as we could. Do you have any idea what happened to the Courageous after that? I'm afraid not. It flew off with the Knight in pursuit. I haven't seen or heard from it since. I hope everyone on board is alright. We're talking about the Radiant Blade Master. I'd be more worried for the Azure Knight. Probably. So you escaped to Celtic? Essentially. I managed to escape with Fee and Elliot. Where are they? Not sure how the others are split up, though. Really? They're here too? Well, they're out at the moment, but yes. The market manager in Celtic proposed we use this windmill as a hideout, so we've been staying here the past month. It's been enough to help us look into a way to turn this country around, as well as we try and find any information we could that would lead us to you. Well, you found me. Sounds like you 3 have been busy. Look who's talking. I can't imagine going through what you did, and seeing your sister and Princess Alphen taken from you like that. Now that none of us would hesitate for a second to help you rescue him. Or no, not now. Thanks, Machias. I appreciate it. Hey, so you were the one who made up those riddles, right? Was the kid selling us the newspaper on it? You're correct on both counts. We received a report from a reliable source in town that said someone resembling Reen had been spotted. I could have probably chosen a simpler method to get your attention, but what's done is done. Only you would make us run around solving a riddle using chess metaphors. You sure this isn't Phantom Thief's B influence rubbing off on you? Okay, less probably and more definitely should have chosen a simpler method. Real cough. Regardless, I can hardly wait to tell Elliot and V that you're safe. They'll be as overjoyed as I was once they find out. Do you know where they went? Yeah, they're trying to find a way to head further east along the border with Crossbell. We want to know what remains of Gralia Fortress. Gralia Fortress. Oh yeah, Margaret did say there were soldiers from the Imperial Army over in that area. Yeah, they're using the proving grounds near where the fortress used to be as a base at the moment. Specifically, Lieutenant General Craig's division is stationed there. The 4th Armored Division? Well, you couldn't ask for a better last line of defense. You're trying to get in contact with them, right? Precisely. We believe that might help us find some way to turn things around. And while they're out, I'm staying here and providing backup while acting as a legion. I think that's right. It shouldn't be long before they give the next periodic update. We can appraise them on the situation and arrange to meet them when they do. Got it. I guess we'll have some free time until then. Do you know if there's anything more we can do around here? I hate to sit and do nothing. Yeah, how about we go back to town? I want to have a good look at the surrounding area and see if there's any info I can pick up. That sounds like an excellent idea. Let's head to Celtic.